Hey guys, I have a couple of updates. I've had actually a number of things pile up here that I need to tell you guys about, primarily regarding the Kickstarter, the pre-sale for my book, Chasseau to FAMAS. So first off, it is still going gangbusters, which is super exciting. As I film this, we are right on the cusp of breaking in to be the #8 Kickstarter publishing project of all time, which is amazing and awesome. There's a good chance that by the time you see this video, we will have cracked that barrier, and from there, we potentially could go as high as, I think, legitimately the #3 project in publishing of all time. So that would be amazing. Now, what that puts me in the mood for is some bad 80s music.
Well, I don't hate my parents. I don't get drunk just to spite them. I got my own reasons to drink now. I think I'll call my dad up and invite him.
I'm going to do exactly that. I have called up my dad and invited him down here to do some drinking with me. So as you hopefully know, I am going to be live streaming the last couple hours of the Kickstarter with a selection of interesting French alcohol and cocktails. And I thought it'd be cool to bring my dad down to join me for that. So, I mean, he wrote a book on Japanese military rifles of World War II, and that book of his was actually the model that I initially based my own book on. So he's into guns, he's got that experience. I think we'll have a really good time here chatting for a couple hours with you guys. He's also a big Scotch enthusiast, and so how can we really go wrong with that? For the record, we are going to have I'm going to have at least one non-alcoholic cocktail involved. I've had a number of people ask me for that, so I will be posting the recipe for that as well as the other couple of drinks that I'm planning on having in a Kickstarter backers update, so that those of you who are interested can make the same thing and join me with a cocktail. That will be Friday evening, at least Friday evening American time. The Kickstarter ends at midnight on Friday. Check Kickstarter in your own local time zone, and it will tell you when the project ends, and you can make sure that you plan accordingly. That live stream, by the way, is open to people who have backed the Kickstarter. So that's our first thing. Our second one is to tell you that we have decided to go ahead and use a service called BackerKit along with the Kickstarter pre-sale. Now, BackerKit does a couple of things. The most substantial one is that their logistical backend is far better than the native Kickstarter one. So that doesn't really directly affect you. In fact, that doesn't directly affect you at all. What it means is that at our end, where we were maybe initially expecting hundreds of orders and we have ended up with thousands of orders, that is going to make it much easier for us to keep track of things like address changes in between the end of the Kickstarter and when we're able to ship books. And it'll make sure that we're able to keep everything sorted and not get overwhelmed by a large number of orders and have logistical problems. So that's where BackerKit is really good for us. Where you guys are going to see it, there are going to be two specific impacts. So first off, after the Kickstarter ends, you're going to get a survey from BackerKit or an email from BackerKit. And it might be a day or two after the Kickstarter ends. We have to schedule out exactly when that's going to happen. That survey will get your shipping address, most importantly. A lot of people have emailed noting that Kickstarter doesn't ask them for a shipping address. Well, normally Kickstarter would send you a request for that sort of information at the end of the project. Instead, BackerKit will be doing it in place of Kickstarter. That'll let us get shipping information from you. BackerKit also allows you to make any last-minute changes to the pledge that you want. If you decide you want to add in an extra book or change from one type to a different one, you can do that through BackerKit. So that's a cool benefit. And lastly, BackerKit also allows you to pay via PayPal. And that's something that we have gotten a number of requests for, in particular from a couple of European countries where credit cards aren't really all that common, but a lot of people have PayPal accounts for online purchases. So BackerKit will not allow you to change a credit card pledge on Kickstarter to PayPal. If you have pledged on Kickstarter and given them your credit card information, that will be billed at the end of the campaign. If you have not, however, because you don't have a credit card for whatever reason, but you do have a PayPal account, we now have a way to actually accept an order strictly on PayPal. So if you take a look at the description text of this video, you will find a link, and it goes to the BackerKit basically shop setup. in lieu of Kickstarter, and if you want to pledge via PayPal, you can do it through there. If you're not strictly using PayPal, you don't need to worry about that. That doesn't change anything for any of you guys who have already pledged. So I think that takes care of most of the stuff that I have here for Backer Kit. And then lastly, I want to point out that while we have the poster available that we put up for sale a couple days ago of me with my book and an HK416, there's also another really cool poster out there courtesy of c&rsenal. This was actually drawn by a really cool c&rsenal fan, and it is a commemorative poster for Project Lightning that I did with Othais and May over there. It was a super cool project. It was a lot of fun to do. I'm really happy with the results. I think it was a great piece of work, and unfortunately we didn't have the poster ready when we actually did the filming, but it is available now, and Othais is selling that over on the c&rsenal shop. I have a copy here, although I don't have it framed and hung yet because it just arrived like yesterday. It's a super cool poster. If you're not interested in the Gun Jesus sort of poster, this is a totally different style, different subject matter, and it's really cool in that the closer you look at it, the more little interesting details there are that you can pick out relating back to the whole Project Lightning series and our light machine gun testing. So I wanted to help point out, Othais had the like supernaturally bad luck to post that for sale the exact same day that we introduced the Gun Jesus poster, and apparently he just got deluged by comments about, oh, well, there's also that other poster. Well, yes, there is, but the C&R Project Lightning poster is super cool and totally different in theme and style, and I think a lot of people who will be interested in one, or who may be interested in one but not the other, or maybe both, and so I wanted to bring that to your attention. And I think that is all that I've got right now. Like I said, I'll be posting a couple cocktail recipes and ingredient lists as a backer update in Kickstarter, so those of you who have pledged to pick up a pre-sale copy of the book, you should see that within a day or so. Those of you who haven't, if you do change your mind and decide to pick up a copy of the book, make sure to go back in the updates after you do so and find that list if you want to join us Friday evening for a good time chatting with me and my father about guns and books, and who knows where else that conversation is going to go to while drinking some tasty French beverages. So, thanks for watching.